All right, you're back in the cipher with the Podheads.
Yeah.
It's your boys, your commander-in-chief, Frank the Tank, JBC Money. Guys, I think this kind of stuff is underreported. I mean, obviously it's
Definitely
making headlines everywhere, but it has been underreported for a long time, and I want to make sure that we talk about every time we get an update, we bring it up here on the Podheads because it's important, bro.
Right.
The rich, powerful 1%ers have been abusing minors for like what, forever.
It seems that way.
And finally, you heard we didn't get the justice with Epstein because he, killed himself.
Right.
And now Ghislaine Maxwell is supposedly spilling all the beans. Well, see, Money told me that some crazy documents got released, right? Like some new revelations.
Yeah, we'll get into the name of the person that was releasing the names in a second, but names alone just blew me away. And so far, they had Heidi Klum, Naomi Campbell, Al Gore, Matt Groening, who's a Simpsons creator, which is mind-blowing, flying a Lolita Express. Bill Clinton was confirmed there on the island as well. So the world's a very topsy-turvy
Prince Andrew,
place.
right? Like Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton.
So the Lolita Express was the airplane.
Yep.
Right? Was Jeffrey Epstein's airplane. That's what he called it.
Yeah, that was the jet he owned.
So
which is gross.
they were confirmed by witnesses that they were on that airplane.
And not saying, and I don't obviously know if they were on the jet during these occasions, but the jet, this girl, JB has the name. She said there were orgies on the plane, massages, all this crazy shit. So it goes without saying that maybe they were involved in these things too. Who knows, man? It's fucked.
If it smells like a duck, walk like a duck, probably a duck. Right?
I mean, it makes sense. The supermodels, right? If you're a girl in some poor ass country and supermodel, whatever, from America's Top Model comes and lures you in, you trust that chick.
Well, that was
on
the
TV,
That's why I hate Ghislaine Maxwell so much, because she was the recruiter.
She exploited girls. Yeah, she used the fact that she was a woman to lure them in. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why I hate her so much. I think she's gonna play the big card in all of this. saying, maybe I was scared for my life or something. No, but she's probably. No, she's not worse. She's just as bad as
she already committed perjury. They asked, when was the last time you've been in touch with Epstein? She said 10 plus years, and they were like, all right, here's an email from 2015. Like, and that was under oath.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So you already screwed up.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me ask you this. Does the Ghislaine Maxwell deserve a deal? Does she? Do you cut her a deal to spill the beans on everybody?
Cut her a deal and
Is
then
it
go
worth
back
it?
on the deal.
What? No, the only deal.
Is that possible? You can't do that?
Why not? I don't care.
Podheads court, anything's possible.
Yeah.
No, I don't cut her a deal other than I'll make sure you don't go to a prison where you get shot, or stabbed, maybe minimum security or something like that.
You're going to eat slop every day.
She needs to go to jail, bro. She
Life?
is just, absolutely.
Yeah.
She was just as guilty as Jeffrey Epstein. She might have not penetrated, but you know what? Virginia Giuffre is her name. See money, Virginia Giuffre. That's the victim. That's pretty much spelling all the beans. So she, in all these court documents, she's the one revealing all these names. She's the one that said, in the documentary, she's the one taking pictures with Prince Andrew. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, the young one that the long guy had described.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
She goes and she names Bill Clinton, bro. She names Bill Clinton, and that long guy, I think, also names Bill Clinton. You just showed me a clip of Donald Trump in 2005 or whatever, 15 saying, Bill Clinton, a nice guy or crazy guy, but he might have a lot of trouble with the Lolita Express situation, Not knowing what the hell he was saying, 5 years later, we know now what the hell he was saying, you know what I mean? So, it's so crazy. Ghislaine Maxwell, Virginia Giuffre, I'll give her a deal, bro, just to get every name. That name, I want it all. Matt Groening, you suck if that's true.
And,
all those names, you suck.
Virginia also said that she said, I couldn't obviously name every single person, but she said there were tons of models, politicians, more celebrities. So it's probably so many people, probably like actors and actresses we love as children, like growing up. I wouldn't be surprised. It's crazy.
Giuffre in all her statements went on to say things like this. Jeffrey told her that everyone owes him favors, that he's got everybody in his pocket. You know what I mean?
There were emails.
He was dirt on everybody. He had cameras all over his house. So he's somewhere. Remember when the FBI supposedly when the FBI raided his place, someone had taken the hard drives. Now think about this for a second. If you got hard drive evidence with videos of presidents and princes banging out kids, I think it'd behoove the FBI, of some people in the FBI or some people in the chain of command, to make that stuff disappear, or at least not report it.
I mean,
so they know what to do with it.
Whoever has,
I'm not saying I want that. I'm just saying
that's worth millions. that footage.
Oh my God,
Like
dude.
hundreds
It's worth
of
your
millions.
life.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, and that's priceless. Because again, the people that are involved are, some of them are super, super rich and wealthy, and it just goes to show you, bro, that the people are capable of anything, man.
Incredible.
Anything.
I've always said that money, like weed, makes you more what you already are. You know what I mean? So if you were just a crazy sicko, you're just gonna be more of a crazy sicko. You have more means to do crazy sicko things. You know what I mean? I want all the names to money. Bill Clinton is trending all over Twitter, right? I feel a revelation is coming. And
Bill
I
Clinton
hope
was
soon.
beloved.
Oh, he was in the
beloved.
90s?
Yeah.
Bro, I remember. I loved the guy, and I didn't know anything about politics
R.
in
Kelly.
96.
I mean, all these great icons that we just love are turned out to be. I mean, Bill Cosby turned out to be absolute scumbags.
Crazy.
God
I mean, R. Kelly's
damn.
another one too. I mean,
That's what I
not to
say,
go off
yeah.
topic, but because people knew. There's tons of black celebrities alone that knew about the shit. It was just one of those things like hush hush. You know?
Well, same thing. People knew Epstein. All these people,
Yeah.
even the people that deny like banging the kids out, and you knew what the hell your homeboy was doing. It was the Lolita Express. You know what was going on those islands. How could there's no excuse you could possibly give for being on that island, for being on that jet? Are you kidding me? Come on.
Yeah, I just want to say that, the documentary does a very good job explaining a lot. All these documents that just got released, these are court documents. Like when this Virginia Giuffre, she sued Ghislaine Maxwell for defamation. That's all she could do, right? All the proceedings for rape and all that, she couldn't do anything with that. So all she had left was to sue for defamation. And all this is coming out of that, okay? So you got this lawsuit over here bringing out these facts. You got a documentary
Wow.
and these guys bringing out the facts. And these stories are correlating, guys. It's not a lie. With these billionaires, when they get on this club, they do horrible things and they protect themselves. And it's gross.
It's coming out. It's
I can't
coming
wait.
out. Yeah.
2020 sucks, but I'm looking forward to aliens and this shit right here.
Somebody's got 2 hard drives worth of videos of some very powerful people banging out freaking children. There's a prince on video or 2 banging out kids. There's a president or 2 banging out kids on video somewhere. Somebody's got it. And you know what? I would not be surprised if the FBI has it and they just,
Well, they knew that shit
They
was
don't
going
report
on
it.
too. Obviously, the
you know
FBI.
what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is
It sucks that
evidence is out there.
all these things are coming out because, one person had the courage to not stop. This Virginia Giuffre, I mean, you watching the Netflix, they interviewed hundreds of girls and some of them didn't even want to talk about it.
Oh, they had their lives threatened. Many of them had their lives threatened. Were followed. People just pulled up on them out of
So
nowhere.
if Virginia didn't, stick to her her guns here, and just stay strong about it, we probably would have never got this. The dude got a sweet deal back in 2015 on prostitution, right?
Oh my
Labeling
God.
a 16-year-old a prostitute. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
less
me?
than a year in prison, he was allowed to leave for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to
See,
work.
what's also crazy too is some of the parents voluntarily sent their kids to
That's
the
disgusting.
island for money, for shit
That's
money
just
too.
as bad. Absolutely. He takes advantage of these people who grow up in shit situations. The parents are just as bad in situations, but you kind of get it, right? Like this maybe you're
The
on
people that he
average-
preys on.
Preys
You
on, right?
you
No
understand the
option.
kind of people he preys on. Yeah,
You
exactly.
almost don't give them an option. Here's, saving your life, or you stay in the slums, drug addicted, or whatever is the situation. Because he was dealing with runaways, prostitutes. Yeah,
In
but
fact,
they were underage, but-
now that you mentioned that, of all the things that I took away from the documentary, I was almost like appalled, like insulted by how little he paid these girls. And I mean, I know that's crazy to say,
No, yeah,
but if you're gonna do that,
You're a
right? Like
billionaire.
that's what you thought. That's how much $200 is the price that you put on this girl's innocence, this girl's life. You destroyed these people's entire lives. Some of these people will never get over this,
That's what I'm
right?
saying, bro.
And it to you, that girl's innocence was worth $200. That's incredible
From a-
to a
yes.
billionaire.
Yeah.
That's incredible
That's
to
what
me.
he thought he was so untouchable. Like, I got so many people in my pocket that I don't even have to keep this girl quiet by giving her thousands, millions. Who knows,
Right.
right? It's $2
And he
million.
was. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy had ex-presidents or current presidents at the time doing it. I mean,
I'm sure he had police officers, investigators, detectives,
Absolutely, he had
all of
district
it.
attorneys. You just talked about the sweetheart deal he got. Unbelievable.
It's gross, but you know what? I'm glad it's coming out. We're probably gonna hear a lot more disgusting stuff, But I'm glad it's coming up because fuck, it's time. You know, it's time. 2020 sucks, but you gotta pick a side, man. You have to stop being gross.
I need somebody to start like the Punisher series comics and put all these celebrities in here. I wish it was reality, like where somebody just went and everybody that was involved, from the district attorneys to the police that didn't lock them up to the parents that sold their kids, just each one got it. Somebody write a Deadpool comic or a Punisher series just about this shit, please.
You know, that's a great point.
Just
I
saying.
maybe ended it that these things don't happen. Epstein didn't do this by himself. Ghislaine Maxwell didn't do it by himself. All these people, there was a conscious effort, an operation, a business operation to do this illegal shit. And that's what's the worst part, because I grew up thinking America, the world, once you grew up, like, the world's nice, the world is good, the world is on the right path, and it's completely the opposite. So when these stories come out and we're calling these people, I'm all for it. I want to embarrass all of them. I want them all to go to jail. Pedophiles get their nuts cut off. I'm all for that. It's crazy.
Yeah, eye for an eye type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to be back. When we do come back, we're going to lighten the mood a little bit, find out what Bernstein Money's high. We're going to have another edition of the drug screening.
Yeah.
I know it's growing on you. You guys love that one. Now that we can put some more graphics up, we're going to get more creative with it. But I hope you people have been watching the drug screening. We got another good one for you when we come back. So stay tuned. It's the Podheads.